Who am I?
Who am I?
You mean who I love?
Who I love? Do you mean where I'm from?
I was taught there's something wrong with someone like me.
If so, we are more human than any human ever will be.
But I'm not just a me. I'm also a we.
Whew, we're diving right in. Okay. I mean, what I'd like to see is I think that society still has a problem differentiating between gender identity and sexual identity. You know, it's like who I identify as is totally different than who I sleep with. So, and I think with trans characters, especially trans feminine characters, there's this reluctance because I don't think that society views trans women as women and they don't see trans men as men. And if a trans woman I want to see a trans woman like in a relationship with a man. Like I'm straight and I want to see that on television, but for some reason there's like this resistance to that. And I don't know if it's, and I'm speaking, about America because that's where I live. And so there's this resistance to if a trans woman is with a man, then all of a sudden, there's all of this stuff about sexuality comes into question. It's like all this rubbish that's attached to gender and sexuality and people knowing the difference. I just, yes, we need more representation, but I'd like to see, a broader spectrum of relationships within those characters. Because Sense8 was so great, and because, Nomi was, I'm the first actor who happens to be trans to book a lead, which I didn't know. I recently just did a documentary called Disclosure, which will be coming out, and it's great. And they informed me that I was the first lead. There's been plenty of recurring characters and guest stars and all that, business talk. But yeah, I was the first lead. So that's the next thing that I go do. It has to have some substance to it. The character can't just exist because of their transness. It's, of course I'd love to play a character that doesn't identify as trans, but then that plays in, there's this whole, hierarchy in Hollywood and how that plays out. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to work. I just want to work and, do something good and substantial and I want to be challenged as an actor. I want to be given the same opportunity that any other actress, coming off of a lead of several seasons of a show, would be given. That's what I want. Oh, I wouldn't want to knock anyone out, of a role that they've already got. There's so much television that I love. I watch so much television. There's nothing I detest more than an actor who wants to be on television who doesn't watch television. I watch everything. Oh God, if there's a show that I could be on, I don't know. I want to be on a new show, that no one knows, and I want to be the lead on it. Yeah, and I don't know. I want to play, like someone complicated and fun and sexy and funny and all the things that I'm not. No, I'm kidding. Am I those things? I don't know. You tell me. So nervous now. Yeah, I wanna do something. Ugh, what show? I would love to do a comedy. One of my managers thinks I'm really funny. They both do. But I want some drama thriller. I'd love to play, a drug dealer or a drug addict or a psychopath or something really true to who. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my God, why am I so nervous? Okay, next question.
Can I ask another question?
I don't fancy myself a writer, or if those opportunities come up. But right now I want to act, and I think that there is good stuff out there, like there's good material, and I have faith that there are people writing things that are good, especially if a character is, identifies as trans. I feel like there are scripts that exist where it's good. And now with so many women, so many people of color, so many women of color, so many queer women being given opportunities who are producers and directors and writers, like Lena Waithe and Ava DuVernay, with all of these women being given these opportunities, I feel like I'm this close, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe one day I will write something, direct something, produce something, it's all there, but for now, I just want to act. Take classes. I mean, know what you want to do, like film, television, know the genre, know the other actors that you find actors whose careers you really identify with. That was some good advice that I got early on. And so I picked a couple of actresses who I felt, I sort of physically looked, sort of like a realistic idea of what you can do. Well, you're going to be like, oh, come on! No, I mean, for me, it was Blake Lively and Rose Byrne. So I was like, I really loved their careers, like how diverse, film, television, and then different genres, comedy and drama, things like that. So take classes, drop your ego. Don't think that you deserve anything just because, you're different. Work hard for it. And then I think the most important thing as an actor is don't stop living, because it's all of our life experiences that are put into the work. So say yes to the dinner, to the coffee, to the road trip, say yes, go, experience, live life, because it's those moments that you put into the work that, that make it really real, so that when you're sitting with someone, you can make eye contact and there can actually be something there. Well, some of the greatest moments like that were when we were doing the finale, and there was huge crowds of people, especially in Naples. We were filming in Naples. I mean, hundreds. And I mean,
I'm from Naples.
Yeah, dude, oh my God, there were like thousands of people.
I wasn't there, but all of my friends were there in Positano, like they all posted pictures.
In Positano, that was like season 2, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm exaggerating if I say thousands, but when we did the finale in Naples, I mean, they're in the streets, they're everywhere, they were following us. I mean, it was insane.
It's huge.
But it was so sweet. And in Positano, I mentioned earlier, that was one of my favorite moments. We were all staying in that hotel that was very close down by the water, and all of us had little balconies, and I woke up one morning and I heard singing, and I didn't know what it was, and I went out on my balcony. It's funny, Miguel was on his balcony and Duna was on her balcony. There was a whole crowd of fans all singing "What's Up" to us.
We can be really yeah.
So sweet. It was so sweet. Yeah, that was a great memory. Listen, as I've said this before, and I'll say it again, and my opinion is never going to change on this, as an actor, I want to be given every opportunity to play any kind of a character, so I would never tell an actor to not play a role. The issue is that as someone who identifies as trans, I'm not given the same opportunities as someone who isn't trans. I'm not even allowed to audition for certain things, or then if I do audition, a discussion has to be had with producers and directors, about, well, what is the audience gonna think? And there's all this stuff that's put on to the character and to me, and that doesn't need to be there. I would never tell anyone to not play a role. I want to be given the same opportunities, but the truth of the matter is that I'm not. And most people who are actors who identify as trans are not. Do I audition for roles that aren't trans? Yes. Do I hope to play one? Yes. But we're just not given the same opportunities. And so I think that's where the frustration lies with the community, is that we're just not given the same opportunities. And if there happens to be in 1 year, maybe, I don't know, I'll guess, and say 11 roles that are identified as trans in film and television in a year. And if a chunk of those go to actors that aren't identified as trans, and we're not even allowed to play anything other than that, that's what's hard. but I want everyone to be able to play everything. Yeah, but there's just this ingrained thing. But yeah, I mean, I've got some casting directors, you know, who really believe in me, and I'm sure that there's casting directors that believe in, you know, the other actors, you know, in the industry who identify as trans, and I get brought in a lot. It's just now we need to start changing the minds of the producers and the directors, because until that starts to happen, it's you know, society gets their opinions about things so much from entertainment, you know, and so until that starts to happen, but I feel like, you know, we are chipping away at it. I'm doing my part to chip away at it. You know, it's like coming and doing things like this. You know what I mean? There's that statistic with GLAAD that I don't remember what it is, and I'm rubbish with numbers, but, you know, most people don't even know someone who's trans, and there's just this stigma and this idea, you know, and then I have people, you know, still to this day tweet, you know, to me like, oh, I had no idea, you know, that you were trans. Like, I've seen all of Sense8 and I had no idea you were trans, or I really wish they would have hired someone trans to play Nomi. And then someone will tweet them and be like, well, it's like, it's funny because it's like, well, what did you think trans is? Like, what, I don't understand, like, what these ideas that we have in our heads of what a man is and what a woman is and what a boy is and what a girl is and what a woman is supposed to sound like and what a guy is supposed to, it's all this stuff that we just all need to fucking let go of. We just have to let go of it. Oh, I mean, well, Frema was an absolute doll. I couldn't have done it without her. And Tina and Tuppence, I mean, the women on that show were so brilliant. I mean, I learned so much from Tina and I learned so much from Tuppence, and we've maintained friendships to this day. You know, just being around women from other places, you know, and being able to support each other in an environment, you know, where you're traveling and, you know, and, you know, the guys are all great, but it's like, I mean, you know, the guys are guys, you know, and so it's nice, you know, to be with women, you know, and especially when you find other, you know, women who, you know, just, I don't know, if you're traveling and it's like you're really in the mood, you know, maybe for like, you know, like a big bowl of pasta, and it's like, I really want pasta too, and it's like, oh, okay, like, let's go get pasta, and then, oh, do you know that movie? I love that movie, and it's like, you have all these things in common, and it's like, oh, we're friends, like, oh, this is fucking great, I have a friend on this. And that's what it was like for me with Tuppence, you know, we were friends, like, and we're still friends. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't have done it without Frema. And then, I mean, you know, everyone, like Erin Dira was amazing. And then, oh my God, I'm going to forget her name. Oh my God, but even like the two moms, Amanita's mom and Nomi's mom, like as actresses, as women, oh my God, they're incredible. Incredible. And then the woman that played Tegan, Nomi's sister, she was so great too. I forget her name. I'm so rubbish with names. And then, everyone's seen the finale? Yeah. You know when Tuppence you haven't seen it yet? It's fine, it's not really a spoiler. when Riley goes to the club to do like the thing, whatever, and there's like that gorgeous French woman, Georges, and like, you know, and Will thinks that it's a guy because it's George and blah blah blah, but it's just Georges and she's French, and you know, she's like smoking her Arlie. Oh my God, she was amazing. She was a phenomenal woman, phenomenal actress. Yeah, I love all the women on the show.
Great way to finish.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Even after everything we've been through, would any of us go back to the world we're used to?
Thank you for watching The Fan Carpet. If you like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button at the bottom of your screen. And also be sure to subscribe to the Fan Carpet YouTube channels. They're absolutely free and so much fun too. Be sure to check out the official website, thefancarpet.com. Also, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date with reviews, competitions, the latest news, and so much more.